Hi everyone. I hope you're all doing well. Today I'm working on more of these squares. I only have two to finish, so this one and the next one. I'm really close to completion, so I'm excited because I've been working on this for months, and I'm happy to finally be done. And especially the squares that I messed up and had to remake. So yeah, we're gonna be doing that today and having a chat. I have uh, heavy allergy symptoms, so bear with me. My nose is really stuffy and I might sneeze quite a bit. Just a second. I'm just gonna wipe my hook because it's weird. So I'm so sorry. So as I was saying, I apologize in advance. Um, but yeah, my nose is really stuffy, but right now I kind of have to stream because I'm trying to pick up a little bit of hours and watch time and everything. So I'm sorry, just a second. I'm gonna mute myself. Gonna try to mute myself as much as possible when I do this, but my nose is full right now. So sorry about that. So as I was saying, I'm trying to pick up a little bit of watch hours because eventually I don't think I'll get monetized. I don't think I'll get that popular, but I want to get a viewing going and people watching my stuff to maybe try and make a little bit more money with my craft. Just because right now uh, the living expenses and everything are really hard and I struggle with that. So I'm gonna try to make things a little bit easier for myself. And yeah, right now I'm struggling to afford some necessities. And so yeah, I figured I just need more exposure. Right now, remember to hydrate, very important. We do hydration reminders on this channel because a lot of us are neurodivergent and struggle remembering that. So yeah, as I was saying, right now I'm out of deodorant, and so that's a very urgent thing I need to take care of. And so I don't have money right now. The like $9 I have left is gonna be spent on food because I don't have any more food in um, my pantry. So uh, right after this stream, I'm gonna head to the grocery store to pick up a bag of rice, and that's gonna be my food for the next week. So, but yeah, right now, all my links are in the description. By the way, I have a link to my Ko-fi, so if you wanna buy me a coffee, well, which is the term you use for that website when you make donations. But I have a fundraiser set up for my living expenses. So right now rent is paid, but I still need money for stuff. Like I said, I'm out of deodorant, I'm out of cleaning supplies. I need toilet cleaning, the toilet cleaning thingy, the one with a spout that you can get easily in the creases, if that makes sense. Because I yeah, those need a good cleaning, and right now I'm using Mr. Clean to clean the toilet, and it's not convenient at all. It doesn't do a good job. So yeah, and also some surface countertop cleaners type of thing. I'm out of that as well, and yeah. Oh, hi, welcome in, Michi. How are you doing? Okay. Well, thank you for coming in. Thank you for saying hello. Thank you. I wish you a good day as well. Right now, I'm kind of full of allergies, but gotta deal with it, Still gotta grind. So, yeah, I was talking about the struggles, but eventually, when I find a way to get some more money, I'd like to do a complete grocery, grocery, uh, not tour, but like buy groceries, like not do a tour, but like the word for that. I don't know what the word is. I'm so sorry. I'm just gonna be back in a second. I have a knot in my hair and it's really annoying and it hurts. More about that later, but I have to take it out because it's bugging me. So often, when you're autistic, you have weird body things. Like if you have a knot in your hair or a hangnail or something, you feel that physically. It's not just like a thing that occurs. You physically feel it, and sometimes it hurts, and it will bug you until you take care of it. So when I have a knot in my hair, it's not just a knot. I feel the physical weight of it, and I feel the feeling of having the knot in my hair. Even if it's not touching my scalp, it hurts from my hair to my scalp. And yes, I physically feel the hair that I know we're not supposed to have feeling in, but I feel that. So I had to unknot it. It was putting pressure on my skull. I know that sounds silly, but it's totally true. If there are other autistic people in the comments, you can confirm what I'm saying. Maybe you don't have that feeling for hair specifically, but we often get very intense body feelings that other people might not get. Or sometimes it's the opposite and we don't feel anything at all or struggle with understanding that part or that part of our body, if it makes sense. But I'm the hypersensitive type. I feel everything going on all the time and it's rather annoying and damaging. So I'm sorry if I scratch my nose a lot. The allergies aren't contributing to that whole situation in a very positive manner. So I was thinking, one of my next expenses are gonna be some yarns that I need. Not for my personal collection, mind you, but I need that to complete some orders and to work on some specific yarn things. Like, I applied for a test for a very beautiful shawl. I'm gonna show you real quick because it's really gorgeous, and I want to give that publicity to the designer. But it is a second. Just gonna open the page. It is the Lilith shawl by the Hunted Hooker, and it looks like this. So I'm gonna link the Instagram for that. And yeah, look, it's just really beautiful. Look at that. So I applied for this, and I hope I get in because I have quite a bit of experience with shawls. I've been making a lot of them. So yeah, and I think even like if that takes away from the other commissions I could have or whatever, I think it's gonna be a good thing in the long run because that's gonna sell very well. As you can see, that's a very nice piece, and it could work with any outfit. And so I'm gonna have to buy yarn for that if I get approved. I think I have enough fingering weight anyway, but you know, um, It depends what I'm gonna do. I think I want to make it in red. I don't have enough red. I know I have enough lavender. I have the big obi cones, the Cotton Kings ones. I could make it in green as well. I have enough green for sure, and I have enough white. But I don't want to make this in white. It would be really pretty, like for a wedding shawl or something. But I think I'm gonna stick with. Um, I think I'm gonna stick with um, having gothy themed things, and even a black shawl or a red shawl could make a very pretty wedding shawl. So it just depends. It's a matter of what kind of style you want to have, but also, like I was saying, like that would probably sell well. It's a very gorgeous piece, so nothing is lost if I get chosen for that and I spend a little bit more time on that. Like I can totally afford to do that. A shawl like this could take me like maybe 5 days if I rush it, even less probably. Honestly, I can finish a shawl in 3 days if I put my mind to it. And since I have to be attentive and like to look over the pattern and everything, of course it takes a little longer when you test. But okay, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to wipe my nose real quick and sneeze and scratch. So yeah, I'm hoping I get chosen for that. I applied for another thing which was a skeleton type top skull. I think not skeleton, but anyway, it was really cute. But I didn't get chosen, so yeah. But I'm hoping this one chose me. The application process was really cool, and the form you had to fill. You basically have to fill that through the Google form thingy, and it's really cool because it asks your pronouns, so I got to put my pronouns in, and so I thought that was a really nice touch. And basically uh, not basically, I mean, obviously I'm all behind that. Designers being inclusive. Myself as a designer, I try to pride myself in my inclusivity and in uh, you know being a safe space for testers of all type of backgrounds and identities and such. So one time I had this tester. She used she her pronouns for me, and I corrected her. I just said please use they them pronouns, and she got really mad at me, freaked out, and left. So yeah, if you didn't know already, I use they them pronouns. Not everyone knows, but I'm just putting it out there just so you know. So I'm not being mean or anything. I'm just letting you know. But yeah, I just told her I use they them pronouns. Please use they them pronouns. And she said, if you're gonna, wow, if you're gonna tell me how to talk, I don't wanna test for you. And she left, and I was like, well, perfect. And I reported her because on Ribbler, it was a test on Ribbler. There are community standards and discrimination based on anything, including sex or gender identity, are breaking the community standards, and you're supposed to report that stuff. And also I want to protect the other people because Riddler is a community full of young crocheters and young designers, and like most of them are maybe teenagers, and so I thought, yeah, if a person like that goes around telling people they shouldn't identify the way they do and that it's not okay to use they them pronouns, like no, we don't need that in our community. So I reported her for that reason. It's not out of pettiness. As an adult, I can take that. Like, if someone refuses to call me they them pronouns, that's on them, really. That's their bias, that's their judgment, and it doesn't reflect on me in any way. But those are all kids in that community. And then I had another tester, and I was like, I worried about that other tester being treated fairly as well. So that's something I do. Like, if you're testing for me and you don't respect people's pronouns or other people's identity, or anything, like, I won't stand for that. I won't give you the chance to disrespect my people, and I'm protective of them because I want them to feel safe with me, and to feel like if they're testing for me, they're in an environment where nobody's gonna um, put them through that shit. I just don't tolerate that type of disrespect, and I won't tolerate it in that chat either. Not that it's a thing that happened a lot yet, but it's happened a little bit. One lady came in, and I told her I use they them pronouns and I'm queer, and she said, so I said, I'm sorry I didn't announce that in the description or anything, but I'm trans, I'm queer, and I use they them pronouns. And she said, well, you should have told us, and she left. So that was the end of it. She didn't bother us any longer, but well, it's a thing that happens all the time. So at some point, you get used to it, and you don't really get upset with it anymore. Not that it's not upsetting, but like at some point, you're just like, yeah, okay. And it's still disappointing finding out people you trust or people you like or just people in general are bigots and or don't uh, accept the person you are. It's a struggle. It's still a struggle, but yeah, sometimes I'm just like, oh well, and I move on. So for anyone that just comes in, I am still working on the mosaic squares. Yesterday I was working on uh, fingerless gloves. I finished one of them, but I have to actually remove the seam. It's not as needed as I would like, and I think I would have preferred the seam to be inside, outside in, inside of, inside out. And this is a little tight, and so I want to remove the. I'm so sorry, my nose is itchy again. I'm not putting my finger inside. I promise. I'm just scratching the surface. But okay, so I'm gonna remove the stitches I did around this, and undo the seam and just go around the whole glove to make a border. So I'm probably gonna use this color right here, this solid blue, because I have a lot of it. So, or maybe this, but I'm not sure I have enough of this left. So I'm just gonna go all around the whole thing, and maybe a few times here. And so this is gonna be big enough then, because right now it's more of a child size. But I also don't like the seam. It's a bit too tight and it's a bit ugly. So yeah, I'm just gonna go around, make a neat seam that goes all the way, and probably stitch it together with like the whip stitch or something, or maybe the mattress stitch. You know when you go up and down and up and down, that's the mattress stitch. You go up in that first stitch and then down in the opposite stitch, and up in the next, down in the next. So yeah, I'm probably gonna do that. I don't know yet, but yeah, this is pretty. I really like the color, and I like the way I did it. Just it's a bit tight, as I was saying. I have big hands, so and when I made it, I thought it would be enough, and I removed some stitches, but I didn't account for the fact that materials that are finished are less stretchy than uh, the first few rows. So as you can see, here at the beginning it's really stretchy, and then here it gets tight. But also I think some of the yarns are tiny bit thinner. They look to be the same brand, but yeah. But adding a border will help with that. With that, I think. Uh, okay, just gonna wipe the nose again. I'm so sorry. Uh, it's just dripping right now. I'm sorry. I'm so sick. So another thing uh, that I wanted to touch on real quick. Just a second. I'm gonna mute myself. Okay, no, not yet. I am. Ah, stuff all over my nose. Okay. Sorry. Okay, I think I'm back. I'm not sure. That will depend on my nose. Let me just count the stitches I did there. Okay, so another thing I wanted to touch on real quick. Not that any of you have been problematic yet, but I just want to make sure we understand each other. I'm a disabled streamer. I'm not an able-bodied person, and I can't work a normal job, and I struggle with life. So, there are things that people tend to demand that I cannot fill. So, I cannot fill those demands. So, people telling me I should stream one way or another, or I should do certain things. I appreciate advice and feedback, of course, and maybe tips on things I could improve. But there are things that people are demanding, like a steady schedule, and things like that. I cannot work with that. First of all, I already talked about the fact that my roommate is problematic and is keeping me from streaming when he's home because he's gonna bug me and be really annoying. And I'll talk more about my roommate in the future. He's really a struggle on its own. So, but yeah, but I cannot have a steady schedule because I get sick often, and right now I'm streaming even if I'm really uh, like dying of allergy, but like I kind of have to at this point because I really don't have money right now, and so any exposure I can get is good basically, which is kind of sad to say, but so is life. You have to work, and yeah, so certain demands I cannot fill, and I and having a steady schedule is one of them because one, I get sick, second, I get overwhelmed, and sometimes I get nonverbal. Like sometimes I just struggle with speech, as you have seen that other day where a bunch of people were there and I completely blanked and I was hesitating on every other word. But sometimes I just become completely nonverbal, and so I cannot give you a particular time that I'll be streaming with consistency, and I'm sorry about that. I know it's upsetting, and a lot of people rely on that and will schedule ahead and things like that. But I prefer just keeping it casual. And if you can be there, that's great. And just say hello, like Mishi did right there. That's perfect, And I won't ever be angry at you or resent you for only coming in and saying hello. I'm thankful for that, and you do what works for your schedule. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But yeah, I can't. And also, like sometimes with the ADHD, it's a struggle because you struggle to motivate yourself to do anything at all, and you cannot like get out of bed is a struggle those days. Getting out of bed, and let alone streaming, talking to people. It's a humongous task, and sometimes I will just not be able to do that, and because of that reason, I can't do like other streamers and have a steady thing going. And yeah, so I apologize for the inconvenience, but also I don't want to apologize for being disabled because I don't control that, and it's not a bad thing to be disabled. Just so people know, um, there's a lot of stigma in our society about that, and I want to eradicate the stigma really because it's bad. It's hurting people, and it's making us feel like boo. So I just want everyone to know that it's not that I don't care. And also, sometimes I know I don't have the most expressive face. If I tell you that I'm thankful and that I care, I know that I look like I'm totally detached and I'm just saying it for um, like to appear a good person, and it looks like I'm faking it. But it's just that autistic people, we struggle to show emotions and things like that. But please know that I struggle with something we called delayed. I don't remember the term right now, but delayed processing. So it takes me a while to process emotions, and so usually I will feel them later, and that's the thing that happens with CPTSD as well. So sometimes it will take me a day or two to process things and go through them. Just a second, I gotta wipe the nose again. Uh, and so if I don't seem like I care about people, it's not that I don't. I just struggle processing the emotions. I still care deeply about everyone, and when I say something, I really mean it. Like I really love all of you. And I really am thankful for this community and for the opportunity to do this. Not everyone can, and for a long time I thought I couldn't do this, and I tried, and it's kind of working out. Sometimes it's still a struggle. There are a lot of things I gotta still figure out, and it will take me a while. This is a learning curve, and for neurodivergent people, that can be tricky. So bear with me, please. And this might take me a lot more time than other streamers to figure out, but just know that I'm trying and I care. So yeah, there are things that people demand from streamers that I might not be able to do. So please be aware of that, and just in general, be loving towards disabled people. So, and also, um, hi, welcome in. Sending love and hugs. Well, thank you. Sending love to you as well. Right now, I have lots of allergies, and it is annoying. And my nose is really itchy, which is annoying as well. And I have something called seborrheic dermatitis, which means I have a lot of weird skin things happening on my scalp and in my face. And so right now I just have a big chunk of skin on my nose. So I'm not picking my nose, I promise. I'm just trying to remove the little thing because I see it and it's in my field of vision, and it makes it really hard to see anything else. Autistic people, we often struggle with that. If something is bothering our field of vision, we see only that. Just a second, I'm gonna uh, be back real soon. I'm just gonna take care of that real quick. Okay, I made it alive. Hi, Mrs. Frosty. How are you? Still working on those squares. Right now, I have one that is this dark brown and this light lighter brown, which is great. Uh, it's really beautiful. It's almost finished. I just gotta do the border now. I was talking about all the allergies in the world that are bugging me right now. So yeah, um, allergies, and I was talking about life struggles earlier and how I struggle to meet the demands that people often have for streamers because I'm disabled. And so I would like to thank everyone who's been really patient with me. And so yeah, you've been awesome. Just dropping in to say hi and give a thumbs up. I appreciate that. Thank you for the thumbs up. So anyone watching, don't forget to leave thumbs up, guys. And yeah, lost my train of thought there. Once these squares are finished and it's just a matter of doing the border, it's going really quick. And I'm almost done. This is the second to last one, and after that I just have one in the brown and in the sand color to make, and it's gonna be assembly and border for the whole blanket. This shouldn't take me long. It might take me a day or two. So I'm excited to finish this because I'm so tired of working on it. I've come to hate it really. And not because I hate the project itself. It's just difficult because I've had problems with the customer. So I had a mishap with some of the squares that I had done. That's why I'm redoing some of them. Some ink or paint or whatever stained them, and I don't know how it happened. But at first, I thought I had lost those, and turns out they were somewhere they were not supposed to be in, and they got some stuff on it, and yeah, well, oh well, what can you do? Just gotta redo it. Oh, oh boy, again the nose. So I was saying, that aside from all the essential things I need to buy once I get money, one of my next expenses is gonna be some yarns that I need to buy. So, for projects and for orders and things like that. So, I was thinking of hitting the thrift store because I haven't been in a while. Sometimes they have some good yarns. I got a big roll of crochet thread with golden sparkles in it a while ago, and it wasn't even that I was looking for. I was buying felt actually, and I got that, which was good, and it, it was good, and but it was included with the felt, and as a crocheter, you always like to have nice materials. I wasn't even a crocheter when I bought the felt, but now I make amigurumi and it's really useful for faces and such. So yeah, so that's it. I'm gonna hit the thrift store and hopefully maybe find a nice few cheap yarns. I hope. If they're expensive, like $5 or more, I'm not gonna get them because I could do it cheaper anyway. Michael's have some yarns that when they're on sale they're under $5. Like they become three something. I bought a few of them. Not long ago. They're the soft classics. They used to be the craft smart one. They changed the name of that. But these are really nice yarns and they have a range of neons, which is good. It's good because I can make the little zombie kitties in those colors and they look really cute. And yeah, so yeah, gonna hit the thrift store. I think I still have some bus tickets. I might have to swing by uh, the bus stop, the metro station. I mean, I'm so sorry I messed up that word. But yeah, I gotta swing by the metro station to check if I still have bus tickets. Uh, I think I do. I purchased like four of them last time. So if I have that, yeah, I'm probably gonna go thrift and yeah, always get some stuff. There's a few clothing items I need. Uh, I'd emphasize my breasts because I have gender dysphoria. Right now, it's not a big struggle, but I still don't wear. I still don't like to wear feminine bras that show the shape. So I usually go for something like a sports bra or something with no shape to it. And yeah, I cannot wear a binder because it causes more dysphoria for me for some reason. Since I'm autistic, I'm very body conscious. Some people aren't, like I was explaining earlier. Just a second, I'm just gonna scratch my nose. It's really itchy right now. But yeah, I'm one of the very body aware neurodivergents, and so if I wear a binder, I feel like I always constantly think about my breasts because I feel them and I feel them squished, and that uh, thought obsesses me, and I keep just thinking about my breasts, my breasts. So I cannot wear a binder for that reason. So that is why I resorted to just a nice loose sports bra, just because I have very heavy breasts, and when I can get away with it, I don't wear a bra at all, and I wear big layers like this. This is nice because you don't really see any shape, but and I also wear really loose clothing. But if I go to a restaurant or something, I kind of have to be a little bit more aware that of the fact that people are seeing me and looking there and such. And not that it would bother me, but I know it would bother a lot of people. And so yeah, that's why when I go out for a significant amount of time or at a place where one might want to be a little bit more well dressed, I stick to the sports bras and loose kind of top things. Anything that could cover the areas I need to cover, if that makes sense. So I talk about this because it's an important topic, and gender dysphoria is something that a lot of us trans folks struggle with. Mind you, not all of us have gender dysphoria. Mine is occasional. Right now, it's not so much of a struggle, but sometimes it becomes unbearingly difficult and sad. So, yeah. So, I think it's something that's important to destigmatize and get out there. So, yeah, I might talk about this very often, by the way, just so you know. Like I said earlier, I myself am trans. I use they them pronouns, and so yeah. I said this twice in this live already. I'm repeating myself. I'm so sorry. My brain has the sick brain fog variety right now, not the stressed one. So that's good because being stressed and uh, panicked or something is never a nice feeling. And whoa, okay, is my phone charging at all? Okay, yes, it is good. I had a little difficult time seeing the numbers there, but it was almost out of batteries, and since I have to go to the grocery store later on, I just wanted to make sure it was charging. So yeah, so if I find anything at the thrift shop, I might have to shop for that. Hi, Ian. How are you doing today? I hope you're feeling better. I was just talking about gender dysphoria and how it's a struggle sometimes to find the proper clothes, and how I despise bras with all my might, but I can't wear a binder because it makes me more dysphoric for some reason. So, yeah, fun times. That's what I was just talking about. I have a lot of allergies today. Yeah, because I keep working with wool and I'm allergic to wool, but my customer wanted it, so yeah, he got what he wants. I'm almost done with this order though, so after that, I'm not touching wool for like a decade. Yesterday, a bunch of people reached out to me to buy some yarn, and after that, they flaked on me as soon as I told them the price. They were like, "Okay, I get paid Friday. Bye." I'm trying to figure out how to make a semi binder that compresses but doesn't try to murder you. Yeah, that'd be great. What I'm making is like bras that are tight, like across there, but not squish you know. Well, I'm crocheting them for myself just because I find it hard that to find anything that fits me, but it's just gonna be a kind of cylinder shape that goes around the breasts, and it's green, it's bright green, so it's really pretty. But yeah, I don't even know if it will work. It's an experiment really. But yeah, and um it's all in back loop only, so it's really stretchy. But it will stretch to accommodate the size of my breasts, and it's slip stitches at the bottom to be tighter, and then the rest of it is single crochet. So, and I will crochet border around the top to make it snug as well. So I don't know if that will work, but we'll try. I'm hoping something that compresses diagonally into the armpit area would help. Oh, I hope that. Well, I hope you manage to find something that works. Uh, Sometimes fits are a struggle. 1, 2, 3. I'm sorry, I have to count this for because I have to do the exact amount of stitches. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm still chatting, but I'm gonna count in the tens. You're not good at sizing either. Me neither. I have dyscalculia, and it makes it really hard for me. 1, 2, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I'm counting in French. 18, 19. I managed to get rent paid, which is great. just talking about that to give you all some news. But yeah, I managed to get rent taken care of, but right now I'm struggling with other expenses. So I need some personal hygiene products, some cleaning products. And so yeah, that's why I keep streaming all the time, trying to get my exposure a little bit higher, and also chatting with cool people. I enjoy the community aspect as well, of course. When the then cat one sec, this one sec, wait, 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 wait. Yeah, so I was saying, yesterday I was talking to a bunch of people wanting to buy yarn for me. Can you show your bottle? It looks cool. Yes, it is. It's from when the movie came out, the new movie, and this is from the second chapter. At the movies, they were selling those, so and I love them so much. And they're big, so I feel it throughout the day, and I get my daily water intake that way, my daily hydration needs. Uh, So yeah, all neurodivergent folks, remember hydration, not dehydration. Hydrate, don't dehydrate. Hello, I'm new here. What type of things do you make? Well, right now I'm working on an order and I'm making mosaic squares. I know right now it doesn't show very well on camera and it's not blocked yet, so it doesn't look very neat. But here is what one square will look like finished. And I just have a few of them left to put together. And yeah, right now we're talking about life struggles and kind of a few other things. So, um, okay. Oh, I have to weave these ends in. Cool bottle. Thank you. I love it. I always have it on my desk. Yeah, it's my favorite one. It's because of the scary vibes. I'm sorry, struggling with the allergies still. My nose decides that every 5 seconds it wants to uh, hate me. So I'm in USA. How about you? I'm from Montreal. Yeah, you might have seen me on other channels. I watch Dawn Yarndahl. She's my friend, and I watch Scraptastic Crocheter. She's my friend as well, and I'm often on Ian's live streams. I often come say hello and hang out in the chat there, so you might have seen me in one of those. Winter makes everything. They're an amazing artist. Oh, thank you, Ian. That's not true. I don't make everything. Um, I tried to make a lot of stuff, but I'm far from versed in every craft. I do cross stitch as well sometimes, and I paint a little bit. Right now, I have so many crochet orders that I need to get that taken care of. Yeah, but I'm not being modest by saying that I don't do everything. Ugh, okay. This yarn wants to fight me. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna have to focus on that. Yeah, Ian does. Ian certainly does. Ian is amazing as well. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm just really trying to get this weaved in before I continue. Gotta weave in those nasty ends because when something is for a customer, you gotta make it pretty. Oh, I got it. Okay. And then we cut the yarn. I want to learn how to make amigurumi stuff. You knit? That's cool. Yeah, Ian crochets and he does so very well. A lot less good. That's not true, Ian. You're very good. Don't sell yourself short. You make amazing packers, and I don't think I'd be very good at it personally, but you do an amazing job. So some knitting. I've not knit in a long time. Me myself, the only knit I'm able to make are scarves. So I'm just gonna have to count real quick. I just have a few stitches left on that row. If you're wondering, I'm from Montreal, so that is where the accent comes from. That is why I talk the way I do. People ask me all the time, why do I talk this way? That's because I'm from Montreal, I'm French Canadian, and I'm autistic, so I struggle with speech a little bit. Uh, yeah, that's pretty much it. I talked about it quite a bit on this channel already, but yeah. Okay, right now I'm done with this row, and um, okay, I just gotta do the slip stitch real quick, and then my attention will all be yours. And the color change as well. I need to do the color change. Okay. And I gotta mark this on the chart I made. I just have one square left after this. Oh, okay. I'm just gonna do the color change and I'll be right with you. This first stitch is a struggle to get inside, so I need a little bit of help with the needle, the yarn needle. It helps sometimes to loosen them. When stitches are a bit tight, you just put the yarn needle through, and yeah, that helps. I'm so sorry, I keep scratching my nose because allergies are a struggle today, so um okay. I'm just gonna do a few stitches I think because this is um loose right now. I don't wanna lose the progress I made by pulling accidentally or something. So I'm just gonna do a few double crochets there for the first row of border. Okay. And I'm cutting this now. Okay, just gonna wipe my nose. I'm so sorry I keep doing this. All right. Mm, mm. Um, I'm going to start my crafting journey again. That's amazing. I'm glad to hear that. I started on Instagram a few months ago and I need to get back into it. Hate wasting my life. True. Crafts are fun and they are a great way to relieve stress and it's just a nice fun thing. There's a great fiber community on YouTube. That's true. A lot of us follow each other. I'm disabled, so it's one of the only things that keeps me grounded. Me as well, Ian. Me as well. I would like to see Canada someday. Canada is great, actually. And we have a lot of snow, so it's fun. This year, I want to be very creative. That's a good goal to have. More knitting, crochet, embroidery, and cross stitch. The goal is to keep posting about it daily on Instagram. That's really hard to do. Personally, I've struggled with posting daily. I often get overwhelmed or annoyed with that, so I've not been consistent. Yeah. What keeps winter motivated? Not many things. I try to motivate myself daily. It's a struggle for me because I have ADHD, and often for ADHD folks, motivation is a big struggle. So I don't know really. Your guess is as good as mine. I just do what I do when I can. So glad you found the community you enjoy. Yes. I also plan on checking out a knitting guild in real life. That's cool. I don't think in Montreal we have very many of those. Sadly, I've not found a knitting or crochet group. There are a few ones that gather once a month, but you have to pay to attend, and I don't have funds for that, so I don't do that. Wishing you luck on your health journey. You'll find a lot of people are dealing with similar issues. Yeah, of course, a lot of us are disabled or struggle with uh, our health. And I think we often use crafts as an outlet for that, and it's really good because it relieves stress and it has a known positive effect on health, really. Um, Crafting and making things tends to help the soul. It's really true. I've experienced it myself. Ian has as well, I'm sure. But yeah, sometimes just working on stuff to make the problems go away just for a short period, and it makes things easier to deal with and to see the bigger picture. So, and doesn't help allergies though. Allergies keep coming in. So annoying. So yeah, right now I've streamed for 1 hour. I don't think I'm gonna do a 2 hour stream today just because my allergies have been really bad. But yeah, um, so I'm just gonna stream for a little while longer, not too much, and after that gonna call it quits and put a mask on to try to keep the fibers away from my nose. I'm so sorry. Yeah. And also, probably gonna go to the grocery store real soon. I need to get some rice, a bag of rice, and other things. I'm so sorry. I'll be right back. So yeah, at the store I go to, they have uh, some bags of rice for really cheap, and so I often buy that, and that's what I mostly eat. Almost every day is rice. So, what are you allergic to? I'm allergic to almost everything. I'm allergic to dust mites, and I'm allergic to wool, but I have to use it right now because I'm working in a commission for a customer, and he absolutely wanted it to be wool. So that's why I'm using something I'm allergic to, because I had to take the commission being disabled and not having a stable source of income and all. So that's why I am struggling at the moment. And I can't do allergy meds because in Canada they're so expensive. Just for some allergy tablets, it's like $40. So no allergy meds. And it's a shame. It's a shame because I love superwash merino. It's one of my favorite yarns to work with. When it's combined with nylon, it's usually good for me. I don't struggle with it so much, but he wanted it to be absolutely 100% merino. Yeah, customers sometimes are a little bit tricky, but you have to deal with that and accommodate them. And I wish I had a better income just so I didn't have to take commissions that make me sick, but right now it's not the case, so it's kind of just a vicious cycle of having to take commissions that make me sick and then not being able to work on them as much because I'm sick. That's a bit bittersweet right now. But yeah, I'm sure Ian understands what I'm saying. Sometimes you have to take work you don't want to take. Oh my. And I'm also allergic to cats. And I used to have cats, and so my reaction was a little bit less intense back then because when you're exposed to them daily, it gets better somehow. But now I'm allergic again, and my neighbor has like 20 cats. I don't know how many he has. 20 is a bit of an exaggeration. I know he has a mom, and I know he has like at least three cats in his house, and he sometimes has kittens as well. But yeah, I'm allergic to that, and I definitely have reactions to his cats, even though he lives next door. Because we're in an apartment complex. Not complex, it's more just a building, really. But yes, not allergic to any yarn, but sometimes my wrists are just barely held onto my body. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I have carpal tunnel as well. I have my compression gloves here and they help, but yeah, sometimes, your hands just really hurt. And yeah, and it's nice to take some breaks, but you can't always do that. And it's just the struggle of being a crocheter. Sometimes you're in pain. And don't worry, I'm gonna wash this order after I'm done doing it, so it's not gonna be full of germs or anything from me sneezing. But yeah, like I'm gonna do a complete wash. I have a special soap for wool which is perfect for this. And this is machine washable. This is super wash merino, so you can put this on the in the wash, no problem. Yeah, I'm probably just gonna do the hand wash thing though, just because this is an order. I don't want to mess it up, and I want it to stay in good shape. So I'm gonna be gentle with it. After that, if he wants to use the machine, it's gonna be his problem. I'm like, please pay me just for existing. I wish, right? I know a guy that's allergic to cat, but he still has them as pets. Yeah, that's what I did too. I'm sorry, I just spilled water everywhere. I used to have three cats. I'm sorry, I just farted. I'm really sorry. Not on purpose though. But yeah, I had three cats, and one of my cats would sleep on my face and I would be fine. So, but now that I'm not exposed to them, hi Granny D, how are you? Welcome in. I have big allergies right now, so I don't think I'm gonna be streaming for very long, but thank you for saying hello. But yeah, Ian, I also wish I would get paid for just existing. Wouldn't that be the best? I thought my sparkling personality would be enough. It is. We love you, Ian. I've seen you so much lately. I love it. Yeah, we're all happy to see you as well. So yeah, a lot of allergy struggles today. So I was talking earlier that I plan on going thrifting to get some cheap yarns. Hopefully, maybe get a few variety of colors. I need more neutrals. Right now, the only neutrals I have are basically this wool, but I need some worsted acrylics in some neutral shades as well. And often, when you go thrifting, you get a bunch of that. You get a lot of cream colors, a lot of browns, and such. So I'm hoping I can get my hands on some of them for cheap. I have a thrift shop quite close to where I live. It's maybe a 15-minute bus ride, so it's quite feasible, you know. So I'm probably gonna do that very soon. Not just yet, but yeah. I have people interested in buying some of the yarn I'm parting with. I'm doing a very big destashing thing right now. Because there are lots of yarns I don't use, and needing money, I just like did a bunch of posts to sell them on social media. So yeah, a bunch of people contacted me yesterday and asked about that, and they all get paid Friday, so they're gonna get back to me hopefully. Fingers crossed. But yeah, so selling a bunch of yarn, like $200 worth of yarn we're talking about. So hopefully I can make a bit of money from that and live more comfortably for a while. That's my hope. And also, I have a few commissions that I have yet to receive the full payment for. I got the half payment when I started the commission, and after that, I just need to have the rest of it once the commission is complete. So that is going to help me as well. And uh, a nice lady who always orders from me is saying she might order very soon. She always gets a bunch of small plushies, like a series of them worth a few $100s. And and like yeah, so a good order. I've made like probably 20 plushies for her. She always requests Pokemons and such, and I've been very pleased to make Pokemon. Make that money. Good luck. Thank you, Ian. You as well. We're all doing the best we can. So yeah. I didn't even read last night. I wanted to read a little bit of Lord of the Rings, but I was so tired. I just went to bed. I progressed as much as I could on this square right here that I'm doing the border for. I got it almost finished yesterday. I was really close, but my fingers were aching really bad, and I was almost falling asleep on it. So I just said, yeah, no, good night and see you tomorrow, And here I am now. Hopefully, I can get the last square done today or tomorrow. We'll see. But the blanket is nearing completion, and I'm happy about that. This one is a nice brown. I showed it earlier, but since Granny D wasn't there yet, I'm gonna show it again. But this is a nice deep brown here, and a more reddish brown. I really like this combo. It's one of my favorite combo in the whole blanket. I have a graph with a layout of all the squares together to see what it looks like. I wish I could show a picture. It's on my computer right now. I still don't know how to screen share or anything like that. I still haven't figured that out. I know that you have to use a separate streaming service or something to do that. Not quite sure yet how all that works, but we're gonna figure it out soon. One day, maybe. Oh, I'm gonna finish that row, and after I finish, I'm gonna say goodbye because getting really mad about all the allergic reactions, and I'm getting hungry, so probably gonna go shop for food after. I'd love to finish this lap gown for my oldest granddaughter. That's cool. Some other projects I want to finish. Thank you. I I like this blanket. It is pretty. And lap gowns are awesome. I made a lap blanket for my parents during Christmas. I think I showed that on stream. Yeah, yeah, I worked on that on stream for a bit, and I could show you the completed blanket. It's quite nice, I think. Just a second, so I pull it on my phone. Ah, there. This is the finished lap blanket. It's just a granny square blanket with lots of Christmas colors, and I'm trying to turn this into a tradition, and each year I will make them a granny square blanket because my grandma used to make them, and I know my parents both really like them, so that's gonna be a little tradition hopefully. And they're gonna have plenty of blankets for their new condo. They bought a condo in Quebec City, and so right now my brother is living in that. Um, yeah. Whoa, what did I do there? I'm making an album for 2024 because I make albums for all of my crochet projects for every year, and soon I'm gonna have to put it on my computer and remove it from my phone to make some space. But yeah, okay, there you go. I succeeded. Yippee. Alright. that yeah, they loved it. They were really happy about it. They were impressed that I finished it this quickly because I made like one third of the blanket in one night because they told me last second that they were coming to visit. So and we all went to eat together. It was great. Uh, Free food, at Christmas, nonetheless. Always appreciated. I had poutine for Christmas. For anyone watching who doesn't know, poutine is the national dish here. It's fries with cheese and some gravy on top, and it's really delicious. All French Canadians know poutine. Most of us love it, and it's really, really tasty. You've never had poutine. It's really good, and I would suggest trying it if you ever get the chance. It can be a little bit weird uh, to people who are not used to it, but yeah. It's funny because the rest of Canada is trying to imitate poutine, and they're not getting it quite right. But we still appreciate the effort. Like in the restaurants, I mean, I've had one in Ontario one time. It was okay, but it had a lot of um, how do I say the fries weren't peeled correctly and the cheese was really weird. But yeah, we appreciate the effort. I'm just a French Canadian complaining about other provinces messing up poutine right now. What type of gravy? Um, just a second. I'm gonna wipe my nose and tell you. Basically, here we got it marketed as poutine gravy, but I'm gonna look up the ingredients because usually I just use it pre-made. So, how is poutine gravy made? Okay, so basically, it's a bunch of. You know what? I'm gonna pull a recipe from it. Let me check if that one is authentic enough. Because it says authentic Canadian poutine. Okay. But it's a bunch of different meat uh, things that goes into it normally. I'm not quite sure. I'm so sorry. Like any good French Canadian people, we just uh, we don't really complicate things and we eat it pre-made. So I'm sorry. Uh, okay, this seems like a good recipe. We're gonna add it here. So it says that they use canned broth. But you could also make your own broth. They say beef broth, chicken broth, and bunch of other ones as well. But Really, you could use barbecue sauce. Sometimes I do it with barbecue sauce. Yeah, yeah, brown gravy. Yeah, it's a brown gravy. You could use any brown gravy for that matter, and it would be good, and it would add perhaps a different flavor to it. You're on a low cholesterol diet. I'm so sorry to hear that. That's horrible, Ian. Also, I just hope it's good for your health. But yeah, I'm so sorry. I'm bad at explaining things, recipes and such. And yeah, so we're close to 1.5 hour now. So I'm just gonna end the stream here because I'm really getting tired of the allergies and everything. So I just want to say thank you, everyone. Yeah, it is brown gravy. So I just want to thank everyone for coming in and chatting with us. So I'm gonna probably see you soon. Might try to stream again tomorrow if I feel better. I'm probably gonna have a longer stream as well. But right now it's time for me to rest. So thank you, everyone. And I hope you all have a good day. And bye.